Hello there. What is going on, Strasburg High? Welcome to episode 15 of the Silver Spike Podcast, celebrating the joining of the Transcontinental Railroad. We're your hosts. I'm Mitch.
I'm John.
And I'm Jacob.
It is fantastic to have you here today. As you may notice, we are in a different room.
A better room, a bigger room, and a room without any of those mic-destroying noises.
Hopefully, nothing like that will happen. Today is Tuesday, January 21st, 2020. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday and an amazing start to your week. And yeah, so what sporting events are going on this week?
Today, boys basketball has a game at Platte Valley at 4 p.m., and girls basketball is playing Platte Valley here at 4 p.m. Then on Thursday, boys basketball is going to be playing University at home at 4 p.m., and girls basketball is going to be going to University to play them at 4 p.m. So be sure to show up for those, cheer them on, all that good stuff. Yeah, alrighty.
World events going on right now. Well, one of the biggest events that has happened, it's all over the news, has been happening for the past few weeks, are the wildfires in Australia. So similar to the wildfires in California and in the Amazon, I think this is the dry season in Australia. Everything's dry, and there has been a bunch of wildfires caused by lightning, and possibly people too.
Yeah, some of them are lightning. Some of them are people being careless. But I mean, it is the dry season down in Australia because essentially their seasons are reversed from ours.
Everything down there is backwards.
Or upside down.
Or upside
down.
down.
One of the two.
Different. So, yeah, wildfires have been a real problem within the past few weeks, and they seem to not have any relief from any of the fires. So, before we dive in any more, if you don't know where Australia is, here's a picture. And we are back. And now, here are some pictures of the wildfires that have been happening in Australia. And we are back. So, what do you guys think? Do you think they're going to stop anytime soon? Do you think they'll catch a break, or do you think it's just going to get worse from here?
Well, Australia is expecting some rain pretty soon as of the filming of this podcast, so hopefully we're going to get some relief from that, although the firefighters aren't completely optimistic that they'll get enough relief to completely put out the fire. I mean, they just got to keep fighting that thing, and they will eventually get it out, although it is devastating regardless already, so it's not good.
Yeah, we're still only like halfway. I think they're still only like halfway through the dry season, so they still got a ways to go. So I don't think the problem will end anytime soon, but I think efforts have been better to try and stop it now.
To me, I mean, I've seen it all over the news about everyone talking about Australia. You know, the news, celebrities, they've been talking about how bad the fires are and how they're supporting it. So I feel like this whole situation is very similar to the fires in the Amazon. You got a lot of international coverage, and people were able to, pitch in some money and support the cause. And I feel like that's what's happening here in Australia. So, they are expecting some rain soon, so hopefully the whole situation will get better. We'll just have to see over the course of time. So, yeah. If you want to see a picture of a cute koala, here's a picture. Welcome to this week's edition of Pop News, where we talk about interesting stuff or events that pop up in the news.
Or not in this case.
If you guys can recall from last week, there was a power outage on Monday. Supposedly what happened was someone ran into a power line, and it caused one of the terminals to fail, and there was no power in the whole school for about an hour, and this was during 5th hour after lunch.
Good times.
Yeah.
Good times.
Amazing times. And the whole situation got resolved quickly within an hour. People were predicting that was going to be out for the rest of the day, but we got out of 5th hour, and we went to 6th hour and 7th hour and then home. So what did you guys do during the power outage?
Uno.
You just kind of messed around on our instruments and band, kind of.
We were all in a worldwide clash of Uno. And I won 2 games. He won 3 games. He won 4 games. Good times.
And just in case you guys forgot, yesterday was Martin Luther King Day, so just, take some time and kind of remember him a little bit and just the great contributions he gave to the entire country with his amazing demonstrations that eventually led to the end of segregation in the United States, or at least the beginning of the end. I mean, things still aren't perfect, but, we're making steps moving forward every day thanks to things that he did back in the 60s. I want to say it's the 60s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Back in the 60s. Yeah. So, go Martin Luther King Jr.
Yesterday, Martin Luther King Jr. Day. There was no school. Thanks to Martin Luther King, there was, a huge step in the history of this country. And if it wasn't for him, we would probably still have segregation. We'd probably still have a bunch of unresolved issues. And thanks to him and thanks to the Civil Rights Act, it was all abolished and led to the country that we are in today and the world that we are in today. Go MLK, Jay. Not the road. The road has a lot of traffic every single time I'm on it. Go Martin Luther King. So that's all we have for this episode. If you watched all the way to the end, thank you. We really appreciate it. I usually say the family's growing, but we kind of stayed the same amount of subscribers for the past 3 months.
So tell your friends.
Tell your friends to subscribe. Like the videos. Yeah, that's about it.
Let's get onto that YouTube trending page, guys.
Yes.
That'll happen.
That would happen.
That would happen.
So yeah, this is a pretty short segment, not a whole lot in the news, but a pretty good segment. Hope you all enjoyed your 3-day weekend, and we will see you all next week. And until then, remember to keep those grades up, and we will see you next time. Silver Spike, I guess we're out.